Hi there, my name's Ramon. I'm here at Brad's Toy Store here in Harrison, Nevada, and I'm here to do a quick little review of the Super Mini-Pla Dino Megazord and Super Mini-Pla Dragonzord. Now these are little model kits, meaning they come in the box. They come in sheets of parts that you have to cut out, nub down, and put together yourself. And result, you have these tiny, beautiful little figures. And unlike the original release and legacy releases, these are fully articulated and these are beautifully painted. Now, the level of painting usually varies on you. I like to do a quick panel lining there. You see these little black lines right there. That's just to bring out the molded detail. That's easy. You can do that with a gun and marker or even a ballpoint pen. Just put a little mess in there and then just wipe it away with your fingers. And hopefully most of the ink stays in the little crevices. Gun and marker is available here at Brad's Toys as well. So, yeah, let's go over these one by one. So here we have the Mastodon or a Mammoth. This guy, not much has changed compared to his deluxe version. He's still kind of a brick. Just kind of sits there, looks cute, you know. His trunk does move a little bit. The horns have a little bit of articulation. Don't know why. I don't know if actual elephant's trunks moves, but you know, options there if you want it. Moving on to the pterodactyl. Here we have the beautiful ancient bird itself. As you can see, neck fully articulated, wings can flap up and down, and you do have removable feet for if you want it in the air. If you do want it in the air, it does have this little port right here where an Act 4 Tomashi stage can plug into, and you can have it actually in the air. Only downside to this one is it's a little bit back heavy, so if you have the wings like this, most likely as soon as you set it down, it's going to fall over. A little bit of balancing will fix that right away. Here we have the Triceratops. Again, not much has changed from his deluxe version. Head does move up and down. Tail as well. Horns do move too, so if you want to position them a little bit more forward, you can. Or if you want to go a little bit higher, that's all there for you. Oh, also, this does come with movable wheels. Those are actually really cool. Most deluxe versions I know don't really have that. Saber-tooth tiger, probably one of my favorites in this set. This one has loads of articulation. So first off, you have the head goes up and down as well as the neck. Feet, both feet, again, movable wheels except for these ones back here. I like this one because you can actually make it look like it's in a sitting position. Can't forget the tail there, by the way. And then finally the T-Rex, which is my favorite in the Dino Megazord set. This one is loaded with articulation compared to the previous. This one not only has the regular legs as you expect, but also can bend backwards and a little bit forwards here in T-Rex mode if you want it to. Ball jointed feet, wide range of articulation, so you can have it in a nice stomping pose. Arms, head moves, not in dinosaur mode apparently. So head doesn't move. Tail of course moves. Just like with the 93 release, you have that tail tip, but it'll be a little bit harder to lose that one here. My favorite though has to be the torso waist right there. It gives them a nice little bit of personality there, make them all look confused. Love that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and transform these off camera and just get it into Dinozord tank mode for you. Alright, and here we have Dinozord tank mode. Now this mode doesn't do much besides just roll and be a tank. One thing I did want to know about here is the way the Mastodon head comes off. As you can see, there's a little port right there, and for those eagle-eyed viewers, you would know that there was a little red panel right there. What I love is the way it incorporates parts, because that will just transfer to this little peg right here so you don't lose it. If you do lose it, then that's pretty bad, because then you have an incomplete set, and, you know, you can't have that. Let's get this back on. Yep. Transformation is pretty simple. If you watch the show, it works out basically the same way it normally does on screen. You know, just make the T-Rex crouch down a bit, plug in the Triceratops and Saber-tooth, unfold the Mastodon, plug in the Pterodactyl, and you're done. Alright, so I'm going to cut away again while I get this bad boy into Megazord mode. Alright, and here we have Dinozord mode. And as you can see, I do have the original 93 release here. As you can see, he's a little bit smaller, but where he lacks in size, he definitely makes up in articulation. Any fan of Power Ranger toys and collectors know that usually with Megazords, most articulation you get is that, and that's it if you're lucky. Maybe there might be a head, maybe there might be a leg, but usually arms, that's the basics. We'll get this guy out of here. Whereas with the Mini-Pla, this model kit, it's that and so much more. So of course you have the standard give me a hug pose, but he does come with an outwards reach, you got an elbow band, elbow cut for a swivel. Comes with fists. I kind of just came with smaller hands just for the actors in the show. It would have been hilarious. Get fully articulated legs, go up, get about that much of a leg joint until it starts getting a little weird. Spreads out about that much. Also be careful of this transformation joint right here. And if you take the T-Rex tail and tab that, you do have that T-Rex waist articulation from before. So it gives you a nice little dynamic pose. What I do love about this kit too is if you pop off the feet and pull out this little ball joint right here and plug it back in, same with the Triceratops, then you have an added level of foot articulation and ankle pivot, so you can get them in all sorts of dynamic poses. Transformation with this was pretty simple. It's essentially just standing him up, plugging the T-Rex on there, or plugging the pterodactyl onto the chest, unfolding the horns, and you're good. Alright, and what would a figure be without accessories? So you do have the leftover mastodon head to act as the shield. That just plugs right into his hand. And of course, if you need to take down the baddies even quicker, you do have the power sword, which plugs in right there like that. Is a little bit loose. You hold them up, well, both of them are, really. That one's normally a lot tighter. I'll just put that to the side. So it is a little bit loose, so if you do put them upside down, that's probably gonna... Of course, now that's on camera, it doesn't want to do that, but whatever. Alright, and that's Megazord mode. Alright, now we're gonna cut away real quick, and I'm gonna pull out Dragonzord. Alright, and here we have the Super Mini-Pla Dragonzord, or as it's known in Japan, Dragon Caesar. Now this one, in terms of articulation and just detail, it's if you have the Legacy version, it's basically a miniature version of that, minus the die-cast, of course. He hasn't changed much from his deluxe version to his shorter class. You know, of course, the arms go up and down, hands move up and down. What he does have, though, is he has ball-jointed thighs, so you do have a little bit of options with those ones when you want to how to pose him. He's got an ankle joint, or not ankle joint, a leg joint. That pops off rather easily as well. And then a ball-jointed foot. A lot of the details are done with stickers, beautifully shiny and metallic right there. My favorite part, though, has to be the tail. As you can see, if you ever have any SH Monster Arts, it's the same thing. These are all ball-jointed, so you do have a nice fluid motion. Again, those come off rather easily. This has been one of the downsides to having model kits, is they kind of fall apart. Not really for play, more for show. Mouth doesn't open, unfortunately, but then again, neither did the original or the Legacy version. It's also a little bit loose. My favorite detail, though, has to be with the red dots right here. That's actually a clear plastic piece, so the light catches it pretty well and it reflects off pretty well. So yeah, my favorite. Another thing I really love is just the gold plastic they used here. Just look how beautiful that is. Alright, and of course, just as you'd expect with the Dino Megazord, this does combine and transform with the Sabertooth, Triceratops, and Mastodon. So give me just 1 second while I put these all together. Alright, and here we have Dragonzord Battle Mode. Now, everything that comes with the Megazord basically carries over to this mode. As you can see, he is holding the shield. Again, he has all the same articulation he has. Only downside is he doesn't have that waist articulation. My only downside with the Dragonzord kit as a whole is just parts incorporation. Like, here's a Dragonzord head right there. This is a simple fix. You can probably just pop this chest off and put it in the chest cavity. But for the regular battle mode head, there's nowhere for that to go, really. Weapons-wise, we do have his drill spear weapon here. Now, those of you with the Legacy collection, you probably don't like the fact that it is so tall. Simple fix with this: you just pop off, let's say, 2 of the pegs, take the drill, and then pop it back on. Bam! You have a more efficient weapon. And this can either stand by itself, or it can be in his hand. There you go. So that's Megazord Dragon mode. So I'm going to transform it one last time, and we'll do Dragon Megazord. All right, and here we have Mega Dragonzord. Now, in terms of just the way it looks, this isn't my favorite form. In toy form, this doesn't do much either. The articulation is a little lacking since he's basically wearing the Dragonzord as a coat, and that kind of restricts his arm movements. This is basically just for when the Mini-Pla Titanus comes out very soon. Also coming soon to Brad's Toys. Definitely highly recommend that. This is just in preparation for Ultrazord mode. In terms of storage, it does come with one nifty feature where if you take the chest of the Dragonzord, you can plug that right there, and then the tail as well. Other than that, you do have a bunch of spare parts you have to keep track of, but once Titanus comes out, there will definitely be a space for all of this, as with the Legacy line, which is what I personally do with mine. And yeah, that does it with my review. That is the Megazord and Dragonzord Mini-Pla kit. This is Ramon coming at you from Brad's Toys and Collectibles, your one-stop pop shop. Catch you next time.